Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to cut this beautiful gown with an asymmetric neckline and hemline and with gathers. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video, like, share and subscribe. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. The first thing we're going to do right now is take our vertical measurement. So from the top of the paper here is our shoulder line and our starting point. From there I'm going to come down to mark my bust point, which is 9.5 inches. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. The next thing is going to be our waistline. I'll come down from the shoulder line to mark my waist. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16 inches, while for the back is 14.5 inches. So make sure to take your measurement appropriately. From your shoulder to your waist in front and back is not the same. Okay, I'm going to mark that all the way and I'll go ahead and extend this line across. And then from the waistline I'm going to come down by 8 inches, which is going to be my hip line. If you are sewing for a much taller person, you can use 9 inches. So I'm going to mark that all the way and I'll extend the line across. I'll go ahead and label my lines. This is the hip line, this is the waistline, this is the bust line. I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. I'm going to mark it right here. At that point I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width this way. For the neck depth I'm going to come down by 3 inches, but this is not the neckline we are using. We will adjust it later as we go on with the video. I'll just connect. The next thing is to mark the chest line. How to get your chest line: divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement, and that gives me 7. And I'll go ahead and extend the line across. On the chest line I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here just to have a straight line from up. I'll mark my shoulder measurement here and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point. I'm going to come here and label this the chest line. This line I'm going to divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. The midpoint of 7 is 3.5. At the midpoint I'll go in by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. And I'm just going to connect from here all the way to the chest line to form my armhole. I'll use my curve rule to just connect this way. So the next thing is to mark our dart, and to mark your dart you're going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. That is your bust span. My bust span is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm going to mark it on the bust line, on the waistline and also on the hip line. I'll go ahead and connect all the points together with a straight line. I'm going to come to the waistline, mark half an inch on both sides of this line. I'll come down from the bust line by 1 inch. From the waistline I'm going to come down by 6 inch and I'll go ahead and connect my dart. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. So I'm going to come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. I'm going to mark it right here on the waistline. The 1 inch we took for that, I'm going to replace it. I'll come to the hip line, divide my hip by 4. I'm going to mark it right here on the hip line. And then I'll go ahead and shape my pattern paper. The next thing is to trace everything out so we can have it replicate what we have on the other side. But before we cut it out, we are going to mark our bust dart. This is the difference you have from your shoulder to your waist in front and back, like I said earlier, and mine is 1.5 inches. I'm going to come down from the bust line by the 1.5 inches and I'm going to connect it back to the bust line. This is it. By the time you close down your bust dart, you are going to have both the back pattern and the front the same. I already traced out everything to the other side. Make sure to close down your bust dart before you cut, and this is what we have. Now you're going to decide where you want your slant to be. It can be on the left, on the right, wherever you want it to be, just go ahead. I'm going to go out here by half an inch, and from here I'm going to come in by 2.5 inches. For the length of the slant I'm going to mark 7 inches. This is how I want the depth to be. It depends on what you want. And I'm going to connect from here to that point this way. I'm going to go out by 1/2 inch here also. Then from the center of our neckline here, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches, and I'll just go ahead and connect from there all the way to that point. You can use your curve rule to do this because I don't have a longer curve rule. That is why I'm using my straight ruler, but I was just trying to use my hand to just curve it a little bit so that it's not totally straight. For the slant that we have on the waistline, you can decide on where you want it to be, either on the right or on the left. So I'm choosing this side. I'm going to come down from the waistline by 2.5 inches, and then I'll connect from here all the way to the other side. So you can either use your straight ruler or your curve rule. The reason I'm using my straight ruler is because I don't have a longer curve rule, but I'm just going to use my hand to just adjust the line a little bit so that it's not totally straight. So you can go ahead and use either your straight ruler or your curve rule. It depends on how you want it to be. And this is basically, I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Make sure to close down your bust before cutting on your fabric. And this is what we have. The next thing is to gather the down part to the upper part, and this is it. We're going to keep this aside. For the back pattern, I'm already going to rule out the necessary lines. I have my zipper allowance of 1 inch there. I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here, come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. The neck width for the back and front must be the same, and I'll connect it this way. For the neck depth, I'm going to use 1 inch. I'm going to come down by 1 inch here, and I'll connect from the neck width all the way to that point into the zipper allowance. The next thing is to mark the chest line, and I'll extend the line across. At this point, we are literally repeating what we did on the front pattern. I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here just to have a straight line, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to that point. I will come to this line, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At the midpoint, I'll go in by 1/2 inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and I'll go ahead and connect to form my armhole this way. So for the back pattern, I'm not going to use that. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We already marked our bust measurement. I'll mark my waist measurement here. I'll come to the hip line, mark my hip measurement, and I'll go ahead and shape my pattern paper. And this is basically it for the back pattern. I'm going to come to the waistline here. I'm going to mark 1/2 inch here on the zipper allowance. I'm going to mark 1/2 inch here and slant it up and slant it down. This is to eliminate any form of zipper bulge around this area. This is very necessary. So the excess that we have here, we're going to take it out. And this is it for the back pattern. So we are going to trace everything out to the other side. We're going to cut the back pattern on fold as well. But I didn't cut this on fold. I just explained to you. You're going to cut it on fold, trace everything out to the other side, just the way you did for the front. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain here. The reason why I didn't cut this on fold is because I was not having enough pattern paper. So I'll just use the front pattern to just explain to you. Just cut the back pattern on fold just the way you did for the front pattern. Come down from the waistline by 2.5 inches. Make sure it's on the same side you are doing the slant, okay? And then you connect to the other end. And this is basically it, you can see. So this is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Do wait to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.